Hello, I'm Mark Fusco. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be showing some knife-on-knife sparring. I often get together with my students on the weekends at home and we do some training, and I'd like to give a little commentary to the sparring that we're doing in this video. So let me get going with it. So we'll see some use of that. Notice how I hardly ever go straight back. I'm always cutting off on an angle or circle. So I got a little defang on him there as he came in. I cut his hand. That time I faked for the defang and went for his face. Let me add, you should use eye protection. Don't be like us. We were doing this for the video, but eye protection is really important. We have helmets that we normally use. Now I ate one right there. He got me a couple more times. Notice I haven't given up. And unfortunately, our equipment gave up on us. Let me make a little comment about that. So if you are not sparring in such a way that you're being pushed, if you're not getting cut, if you're not getting stabbed, you are not working hard enough. That's just the nature of working with knives and sparring with them. Is if you've got a partner that's really pushing you, you are going to get stabbed and you are going to get cut. And I think that's really important because we learn from our mistakes. But you'll notice that we're using padded knives. Now, padded knives are really important here. That's an action flex knife. We also use soft sticks. And those are very forgiving. And that's why some people don't want to use them. But the reality is this: if you're using a hard rubber, even one of the flimsier rubber knives, wooden knife, or a metal knife that's designed for training, the reality is you really don't want to hurt the person that you're trying to stab or cut. And you end up decelerating as you come towards them. So you accelerate the knife towards them, and just in case they don't defend it properly, we have a tendency to decelerate some. And if they didn't do anything, we have to decelerate enough that we actually don't poke them with the knife. So the difference is with those padded knives, as you can see with us, we're not decelerating at all. The knife is accelerating the entire time it's coming towards the opponent. And that's super important because the timing is totally different between the two, and you're not going to get somebody decelerating in reality. So while, knives like metal training knives are important for doing disarms and certain other activities, you need the right tool at the right time for your training. Kind of a little tie up there, and then a break free, a little defang, or the preparatory defang. There's a nice move on the 45 with the defang. Just kind of block that one out of the way with my live hand. Junior's being very aggressive.
Joined each other in death.
Yeah, we both made a bad choice there, killed each other. Now, let me, if you get a chance to look at that again, I would back that up. And I changed levels and I went for his leg. I immediately came up and threatened the face. That way, if you don't get the leg or there's not much of a reaction to the leg and he tries to come forward, you maintain that distance. All right. Junior working his own face there a moment ago. Changing, working from new angles, little stop kick in there so I could get to his neck. Oh, I just lost my fingers. So now that one is a nice little, you wrap the hand, kind of like you're doing a preemptive defang, and immediately bounce right off the hand and go to the face or the neck. And that works really, really well.
But you didn't have a knife, but you banged you. Good follow.
Now, Glenn Sr.'s on the left right now fighting his son, and just to give you some idea, we've given him a longer knife. Notice how he'll stay on the outside and really work defanging. Matter of fact, he defanged and cut the other hand right there. It was nicely done. So he's going to stay on that outside and use his advantage. So he's changing angles there to get a good cut on the hand for the defang. Same thing again, moving off on an angle, moving off on an angle. See how he moved off on that 45. That's really key. That step to a 45. Now that time he went straight back, and notice he caught a thrust to the chest because of that. It really need to be angled. Now I'm going with a very small knife. That's like a pocket folder type size against his what would be like a regular fighting knife size. And you'll notice that it's much more difficult. So there's a nice defang right there. I'm having to use angles a lot more. I've got to stay light on my feet and keep moving. So I was able to take a zone to the outside there so I could come back in and attack the midsection. So a little step off to the side, get out of a bad situation. So I threaten him a little bit so he knows that I'm there. Able to bring that off to the side. And you notice he got up to my neck. Now, don't give up. Okay, just because he got to your neck, you notice he wasn't able to slice when he got there. I held that hand to my chest, so maybe I had a fighting chance. But the most important thing is even if he did get it, you do not stop fighting. You are not going to die right away. And if you're with your family and they need protection, you need to be in the mindset of no matter what happens to me, I need to continue on so that I can eliminate this threat so it can't turn on my folks. Same thing, got to the outside, was able to block. I couldn't defang, but it put me in a good position to control the arm and go to the midsection. Oh, I caught one right to the neck there.
Lucky pay.
And that's an important point. You know, you want to be serious at times, but you also need to keep it light. That keeps training fun so that you'll want to continue to do it. Managed to catch the arm there before he could pull up and slice. Now I'm in reverse grip. You're going to see me try and do some defanging this way. It's very, very difficult. It kind of removes that option almost. It's hard to get the tip on and hard to get the edge on in such a way you can actually defang and cut that knife hand or that arm as it comes in. You can see I ate one right there because of it. I was able to control him that time with my live hand, my free hand. And I got an underhook in there, maybe a little bit of a defang initially when he came in. Able to catch it on the backstroke again and control it. So that gives you a little bit of the idea of what we do. I'd love to hear your comments about things that you liked. And also, if you see some things that we can grow with, please let us know, because we're always in the mode of, no matter what, there's always an opportunity to improve. So hit us up with some comments and we'll see you next time.
Please help us continue to bring you some great videos by subscribing to our channel and sharing our videos.